It's very interesting to engage with people today and to see how people really don't have a understanding of the reality that they've created in their mind. Let me give you an example. Uh, Prior to 2008, it's one of those things personally where I felt like I was inside the matrix. I didn't know what was going on, but I felt that something was wrong. And what the 2008 crisis taught me was that external things can have a drastic effect on your life personally. Um, but what you see when people don't have really a vested interest or anything going on outside of their personal sphere, uh, because when 2008 hit, I had two mortgages, I had a career, uh, and it had an effect on me economically. And so, as a direct result of that effect that it had, I developed a greater interest in economics, how money worked, how mortgages really worked. I was taught to go to school, get a good education, get a good job, and you will be successful. Uh, but we found out that that is nothing but a flat out lie. But what you come to find today that as long as a lot of people, they live in this bubble where they have no concept of what's going on outside of the bubble that they've created uh, in their minds. And it's very interesting to see. Uh, it's very interesting to see people interact and how they engage and even how they plan. And they believe that this reality, which is an alternate reality that they've created, society and everything is going to conform to that reality, that alternate reality that they've created in their brains. And truth never told. I used to watch this YouTube channel, uh, and I'm probably sure it's not something that he said, but it's a saying that he uh, used to repeat, was that you can ignore reality, but you cannot ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. And that's what we have here. We have people that ignore reality in favor of the alternate reality that they've created in their minds. Uh, and it's pretty sad because what we're shifting towards now is a society where reality uh, is creeping into the alternate reality that people have created. And as a direct result of that, they're suffering big time. Uh, I remember this was probably about 4 years ago. Uh, I was talking to a sister, and she had a nice job, some type of travel corporate job. Everything was going great. And then she lost her job and she got pregnant. And she had a baby by her best friend. Uh, and of course, they didn't work out because typically when men are in women's lives and they're best friends, they're just waiting for time to sleep with them. They're not really interested in being their best friend. But that's another alternate reality that women in particular create in their minds. But the reality of it came when there was no ring or there was no family structure that was created. But she had an alternate reality also of when I asked her, when she told me about the situation, she also told me that single motherhood was not something that was common, or it was a situation that she was in that was very rare. That was very rare. That's how she put it. I forgot how she what she stated, but that was the overall um, perception that she had, that although she now became a single mother, she lost her job, um, and all of these things, her life was changing drastically before her eyes, that it was a rare type of occurrence. Uh, and it's pretty sad because what I found is that not only do people create this alternate reality, they're not aware of facts, data, and statistics. They're not aware of how the world really works. Um, but I say at the same time, fortunately and unfortunately, they're going to get a dose of reality, uh, because you're going to find out what happens when an unstoppable force hits an immovable object. That's when reality hits. That's when we find out um, what happens. It's like this Russian wave that's going up against a cliff. We find out who's going to win when that wave, that massive wave, hits that rock face, and that's what people are experiencing, are going to continue to experience, because they're just not informed. The average person is just not informed of anything outside of their little bubble or their little reality that they've created in their minds. Um, yeah, it's one of those things where people are wrong and strong. Me and my wife, we were just talking about this today, how people could be just so wrong and strong. You ever talk to a person that was, um, they were so sure of what they were saying were factual, but you knew you can back it up with external documents, government documents, facts, data, statistics, procedures, of things that needs to be done. But they don't believe any of that, because the reality in their mind has told them that what they believe, but just because it conjured up in their minds, they believe that is true, when it's not true at all. And it's a sad thing, because all you can do is sit back and watch the reality totally destroy the alternate reality that they've created in their minds. And this is what's going to happen, especially in 2024, as the evictions go up, the cost of living goes up, the cost of insurance and things like that go up. People are not going to be able to do the things that the reality in their mind, or the alternate reality that they've created in their mind, is not going to afford them the ability to do, because the reality of the external factors that are totally outside of their control, that they will bend to. Um, 2024 is going to be a very, very interesting year. 2023 has been an interesting year, but 2024 is going to be one of those great resets that are going to take place in the minds of people, as the alternate reality comes crashing down, and they have to deal with the reality of the socioeconomics of their situation. What about you? Are you living in a alternate reality concocted in your mind, or are you recognizing the reality that's happening and preparing for it accordingly? Which one are you?